They said, how do we keep kids in sailing, poor or rich? This is my niece trying to figure out whether to hold on for dear life or look at the waves on the water on the St. Clair River. So I guess the answer is we started early. But I do know one thing that does not help, and it's these life jackets. This is my sister, brother, and I in these life jackets that were orange, that were covered in peanut butter and jelly, for sure. And yet, all three of us, even though my dad yelled at us to trim the sail and we were forced to wear these horrible life jackets, we've all kept in the sport of sailing. One thing that absolutely helped was the adventure. We went sailing when I was 13 from Detroit to New York, to Maine, to Florida, to the Bahamas, to the Virgins, to Grenada, and back. And we were racing cruising, because again, my dad would say, do a sail change with Hanks. We also met this guy, Jimmy Buffett. He was in 1977. He had just gotten famous, so we found out that if you're a sailor, you can be famous. My brother also got an unknown lesson because most of the women in Anchorage would take their tops off before swimming over to say hello to Jimmy Buffett. So that was extra fun. When we were in Newport, Rhode Island, I saw the America's Cup racing and literally almost got pushed off the dock by Gary Jobson and Ted Turner. We were on Bannister's Wharf looking for this amazing candy store that as kids we were looking for candy because we'd heard about it. 18 years later, after I'd won the America's Cup, I found out that it's a place where the guys went to find cute girls' candy. This is what you see when you Google sailing. That was not what I thought of when I was thinking about sailing. But so what are we doing nowadays? What are we teaching people? What are we training people? What are we showing people that are maybe new to the sport? We put them in an opti, a square boat that sinks. And then we say, isn't this fun? The people that were so excited about making these boats are the ones that sold 150,000 of them. And we've been pushing them into this for years, and if you segregate somebody and say that's all you can do, then you're gonna lose them. There's a whole group of people that we tend to, especially in America, ignore, which are the non-sailors. This is a program that America True has been running in San Francisco for 25 years now. The kid in the middle came to me after year 3 and said, I know what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a jellyfish fisherman. So we are blowing people's minds. So 30 programs were started with America True. And we, as you heard earlier, we're the underdogs, underfunded, forced to use our brains, but we shared what we were doing. This is John Cutler, who some of you know. So when I finished the America's Cup, I was on the seniors tour. Saint-Tropez, Porto Cervo, the Caribbean, and then Oak Cliff found me and pulled me back into answering the question, how do we give back and continue the sport? We decided Oak Cliff, and you guys should recognize these boats, the Match 40s. We have 12 of them. Pelly Pedersen designed them. And the reason why we started with match racing is because it's the best way to get better quick, because you're either winning or losing. There is no going off to the shoreline to try to get faster. We also have, in our 100-boat fleet, 7 very large boats. We will send 7 boats to the Newport to Bermuda race. This is OC-86. It's for sale, and because we sail with young people, we can fit 29 people on it and still be well under the crew limit. Usually with adults, you sail with 20. We have one of the largest fleets of Olympic boats with 49ers, Laser, Ilkas, FX, NACRAs, and 470s. And we have an event called the Triple Crown, where we award prize grants to help offset future sailors' Olympic dreams. And Finnish sailors are welcome. You just get half the prize money as Americans. With nearly 600 graduates being taught how to sail in these different genres, but more importantly, how to apprentice, how to be a boat builder, a rigger, a sailmaker, an engineer, a project manager, a business accountant for sailors. We end up with people that can not only afford boats, but they can work on boats. In a full circle moment, this is Ted Turner and Gary Jobson's boat, which now we've been gifted the use of to work at Newport, and we're racing it, and we're working to build a local diverse team.
This was our team for the Worlds last summer. They are diverse. They look pretty because it's a photo shoot for Spinlock, but I had to use the pretty pictures. But this was a natural team. It was just the people that we had in our stable, because when somebody says, can we do it? We say, of course you can. Show up, be here, tell me what you want, tell me how you can help. We end up creating magic. Now this is American magic. 5 of my graduates are on that team. We also won the ocean race with Mark and Charlie. And the problem with this photo is, can you see the people? Can the kids and the young people see the people? No. On this, there are some people, you can see them, and there's one woman, you can see her hand and her microphone. She's behind the helmsperson. So if we don't show people what you can do in media and in reality, you're not going to know that it's an option. And that's the biggest thing for getting more people in the sport and showing them what the options are. I don't know if you guys know this girl, Cole Brower. She has more Instagram followers than the America's Cup and Sail GP combined. Is she the best sailor in the world? No. Is she the best dancer in the Southern Ocean in a miniskirt? Abso-freaking-lutely. But she has these people there. So, different factions, different ways of sailing. You don't need to own the boat. You can learn to sail. You can be a boat builder. And if you ask the young people what they want, and you listen, and you throw it back to them, you're going to end up having rich kids, poor kids in sailing for life.